People are expected to know who they are, what they want, and where they are going. Philosophy often appears as something secondary, an abstract activity removed from practical concerns. Open Socrates challenges this picture by presenting philosophy as a way of living rather than a body of knowledge. The figure of Socrates stands at the center of this vision. He left no writings, no system, and no doctrine. What remains is a method and a stance toward life. Philosophy appears not as teaching answers, but as living in a state of inquiry. Socratic life begins with the recognition that most people do not fully understand their own beliefs. Opinions feel secure until they are questioned. Once examined, they often reveal gaps, contradictions, or borrowed assumptions. Philosophy starts at the moment when confidence gives way to uncertainty. This uncertainty is not a weakness. It is the condition for genuine thinking. The Socratic method relies on questioning rather than instruction. Through dialogue, beliefs are exposed, tested, and reshaped. The goal is not persuasion but transformation. A key idea in the book is openness. Openness does not mean passive tolerance of all views. It means being genuinely vulnerable to reasons. It means allowing arguments to change not only conclusions but desires, priorities, and self-understanding. Most people treat their goals as fixed. Career ambitions, moral commitments, and life plans are assumed to be known. Socratic philosophy disrupts this assumption. It asks whether these goals are truly chosen or merely inherited from culture, habit, or social pressure. Philosophy, in this sense, is not about acquiring new information. It is about revising oneself. Learning becomes an act of self-alteration rather than accumulation. To understand an argument fully is to allow it to reshape how one sees the world. This process is demanding. It creates discomfort. Questioning core beliefs threatens identity. Socrates was unsettling not because he attacked morality, but because he exposed unexamined certainty. He revealed that many claims to knowledge were unsupported. Disagreement plays a central role. Conflict is not a failure of communication, but a signal that something important is at stake. Through disagreement, hidden assumptions surface. Dialogue becomes a shared investigation rather than a contest. This approach reframes autonomy. True autonomy does not consist in stubbornly defending existing preferences. It consists in the capacity to revise oneself in response to reasons. Freedom involves openness to change. The life of Socrates also illustrates the risks of philosophy. Refusing to abandon inquiry, he accepted condemnation rather than compromise. This decision shows that philosophy is not merely intellectual. It shapes how one lives and what one is willing to sacrifice. Philosophy as a way of life does not promise comfort, success, or happiness. It offers orientation. It provides a framework for living deliberately rather than by default. Life becomes an ongoing project of examination. Education takes on a new meaning within this view. Teaching is not the transfer of conclusions. It is the cultivation of questioning. Students are not filled with knowledge but trained to confront their own assumptions. The Socratic approach resists closure. There is no final state of wisdom. Openness must be continually renewed. The examined life is not a destination, but a practice. Living philosophically means allowing reasons to matter. It means taking arguments seriously enough to be changed by them. It means accepting that understanding often arrives before comfort. Open Socrates presents philosophy as something urgent and practical. It is not reserved for specialists. It is available to anyone willing to question what they think they know and to live with the consequences of that questioning. The philosophical life is not about having the right answers. It is about asking the right questions and remaining open to where they lead.